Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Seafood Kitchen. This week we're going to be doing a Thanksgiving episode and making 2 side dishes for you. We include these at our family dinner every year, so we hope you guys give them a try too. Our first one is going to be green bean casserole. Everybody loves that. And the second one is going to be our twist on cranberry sauce. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so let's start with our green bean casserole ingredients. We've got our salt and pepper, onion powder, milk, 2 cans of French style green beans. We've got 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, Campbell's, and 1 container of French's crispy fried onions. So we are going to mix all these together. We're going to drain the green beans first. And just a side note, I like to use the French style green beans in the green bean casserole just because they're a little bit thinner, but if you want to use the thicker cut green beans, definitely do so. And then with the Campbell's cream of mushroom soup, I like to use this brand, but again, if you have a specific brand you like, use that one. And then I've got 3/4 cup of milk. I used 2% here. And I'm just going to mix it before I add anything else, just so that way I can combine the mushroom soup and the milk with everything. And then I have a tablespoon of onion powder. You don't have to use that much, but feel free to change that up. And then same thing with salt and pepper. I typically just eyeball this. Use however much you want. Of course, the more you put, the spicier it's going to be, I suppose is the word. And then we have our French's crispy onions. These are essential. Do not skip out and buy a generic brand. Buy the French's style. You will not be disappointed, I promise. So we mixed all these together, and I'm just going to put it in an 8x8 baking dish. If you're going to double it up, use a bigger dish. But we are going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. And now that it's done, we're going to take it out and we're going to add the French's crispy onions on top of it, just the remainder of the container here, so about half or so. And then we're going to stick it back in the oven for another 5 minutes just to brown those onions. And there you go. Green bean casserole is so easy to make and it tastes delicious, and it's a great side dish for Thanksgiving. So hope you guys enjoy it. All right, now we're going to move on to our cranberry side. We're going to start with the Honey Maid graham crackers, jellied cranberry sauce, and Cool Whip. So we're going to start by slicing this jellied cranberry sauce. It's kind of difficult to get out of the can, so I recommend putting it in the fridge before you try and slice it. I didn't have it in the fridge, so it was a little slimier and obviously difficult to get out of the can. So if you can, stick it in that fridge for a little bit and then you can start slicing it up. On the can of jellied cranberry, there's little lines, if you can see there. I kind of use those as a guide, and I'm only using 1 can of this because I'm not going to make that big of a portion, but of course if you're going to make a lot, you'll probably want to double it to 2 or 3 cans, but you can see how these slices are. And then we've got our Honey Maid graham crackers. I'm going to make these into crumbles, so I just used 1 package from the box and we're going to crumble it up. Alrighty, so that should be good there. So I'm going to go ahead and prep my station here. I'm going to grab a small bowl, get my Cool Whip out, and then I'm going to bring the bag of graham crackers here and just stick everything next to me so that way it's easy for layering. So we're going to start with the jellied cranberry. Just put a few slices on the bottom, probably about 3 or 4 depending on how big your bowl is, and then you're going to spread the Cool Whip on top of there. So really easy so far. You can even get the kids involved here. And just sprinkle some graham cracker crumbles here. And you're just going to repeat the process up until you have as much as you want to. So like I said, if you're going to make a lot, double it up, triple it up, however big you want, but just keep layering it until you want to stop. And then at the end, you'll have a nice little layered cranberry side. And you can use this as a side dish. Some people use it as a dessert. I've heard that it's more of a side dish than a dessert, but do with it what you will and enjoy. And then a side note here, before you actually serve this, make sure you stick it in the fridge for about 30 to 45 minutes before you serve it, just so that way it's chilled. All right, guys, thank you for watching this week's episode on our Thanksgiving special side dishes. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you changed anything in the comments below, but also be sure to check out the description for the ingredients. And if you are looking for a recipe to make your turkey, check out our barbecue episode here. And we'll see you next week on Seafood Kitchen.